So with all of this new information, the question is, where do you start? What do you do next? Information without action is not going to get you anywhere. So let's talk about what you do next. Well, most importantly, I think it's important that you determine how much money you want to make. This is a little bit of an engineering exercise, but it's pretty simple at the end of the day. We're going to have to make some assumptions, but you have to figure out how much money you want to make in a year. So for example, if you wanted to make $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year, and you thought that your profits would be about 50% of your revenue, meaning you're probably assigning and wholesaling a lot of deals and don't have a lot of tremendous amount of overhead like you would with rehabbing necessarily, then you would need to generate about $20,000 a month to net about $10,000, if you can follow the math here. This is just an academic exercise, not realistic really at all, but it'll kind of prove the point here. So now you need to do $20,000 a month to be able to net 10, or $240,000 a year to be able to net 120. And if that is your goal, then you need to find out how many deals would I have to do to make $20,000 a month? And then ultimately, how many leads do I need to be able to do that many number of deals? So if your profit margin was $10,000 per deal, which in most markets that's pretty low these days, then you would need to do 2 deals a month to do $20,000 in gross revenue and then $10,000 in net revenue. So then from there, you want to figure out how many leads would it take me to do 2 deals. Now, this is going to vary widely. If you're cold calling and doing some of the other techniques, the conversion is going to be way, way lower than it would be on direct mail. Direct mail tends to have probably one of the better conversion rates because it's highly targeted. Pay-per-click also has a pretty good conversion rate as compared to certainly cold calling or text marketing or some other channel like that, where folks were contacted by you instead of them contacting you saying, I might be interested in selling my house. So ultimately, you need to figure out about how many leads it would take you. And for the point of this example, let's say that it would take you 20 leads to close 1 deal. Then you ultimately have to figure out, that would be basically 20 leads times 2, because you need to do 2 deals a month. So you need 40 leads a month to be able to net $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year. So then you have to find out, what is it going to cost me, or what are the things I should do to generate 40 leads a month? And again, consider that all leads are not equal. A lead from cold calling or text message marketing is not going to be as high quality as direct mail or pay-per-click, but you'll ultimately find out what your conversion rates are as you start to run your business, and you'll be able to hone this approach. So to get 40 leads, let's say that the cost per lead is $100, just to keep the math simple here, then you would need to spend $4,000 a month in advertising. Now, I can tell you that that is a very low number and unrealistic at this day and age. So you'll have to put in real numbers there and kind of plug that in for yourself. But ultimately, this approach allows you to back into, if I want to make this much money, this is how many houses I have to do, this is how many leads I need to get, and this is how much I need to advertise to be able to get those leads in the first place. We're basically just reverse engineering and kind of estimating what our KPIs will be. For every dollar I spend or every $1,000 I spend, I'll get this number of leads, I'll go on this number of appointments, I'll make this many offers, and I'll get this many deals. That is how professional real estate investors track their business. If I put this in, what will I get out? And we make estimates based on, if I spend 2x that, or 5x that, or 10x that, then I expect my results to 2, 5, or 10x. That is how our business works in a nutshell. You want to advertise appropriately based on what we've just talked about here, and make sure that you are hitting the number of leads that you need to be able to build the business that you want to pay you the type of money that you want to be paid. It's a little bit academic, but it is absolutely how you should drive your business.